Hi, American Mexican Gunslinger. Today I got a special video for you guys. We got some handguns laid out here. I don't know if you can see them or Miss Gunslinger can get up and show you closely. Yep. We got all kinds of handguns. Today I'm going to show you how to pick your handgun, you guys. Because not a lot of gun shops explain to you on what kind of handgun you should carry. But preferably, I say the minimum caliber would be .380 in my opinion. Just my opinion. There's other opinions out there that be, oh no, you can get a 22, you can get this. But that is just my opinion, you guys. But I'm going to show you, when you're on the gun store, how to buy a handgun and how to tell the difference between them. First off, this is a pocket carry handgun. This is a Ruger LCP-2 chambered in .380. This is a great pocket gun, you guys. Great pocket gun. As you can see, it's not loaded. The magazine is ready because this is one of my carry rotations. So, yeah. As you guys can see, guys, it's a very small little handgun. But these handguns usually take a lot of skill and practice in order to become really efficient with it. And on top of that, the little con that it comes with, it doesn't hold that many rounds, guys. But this is so concealable, I can have it in my pocket. That's why they call it pocket guns. It's so easy you already have it in your hand, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is a pocket gun. I would not recommend it for first time shooters or people who are first getting into firearms. Because this is a really hard gun to master, you guys. It's really hard. You have to practice a lot, and some people be like, oh, I bought this handgun because it was concealable, but I can't shoot it. That's the problem with these handguns. You have to learn how to shoot them. So first time buyers, stay away from these pocket pistols. You do not want them until you get your first real gun. Second recommendation, which is my favorite, which I recommend for first time buyers, is a micro carry handgun. This micro carry handgun is very slim, very slim. You can hold it really nice, and it's very controllable and shoots like a full-size handgun. And this one, particularly the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, holds 10 rounds. So 10 plus 1, and it also comes with different magazine options, 13 plus 1 and 15 plus 1. So this is a very highly recommended handgun for you first-time buyers that you want to conceal carry a handgun, but also have the full-size capability of a full-size handgun. The Smith & Wesson Shield Plus is probably one of the best handguns to go, and it's very little talked about. The next one is subcompact. As you can see, it's a little bit more fatter, but it's a little bit more thicker. But it feels like a full size, but it still has a contained small package within. And this one particularly holds 12 rounds. So 12 rounds plus 1 in the chamber is 13. The other magazines come with, there's a 15 round magazine, a 17 round magazine, and there's also extendos that go with this handgun. This is the Smith & Wesson MP9 Compact. These usually go for $350, you guys. So right now on the market, if you find the Generation 1 Smith & Wesson MP9 Compacts, they're going to be very, very cheap. Okay? So, and this will be a great concealed carry, but it is pretty bulky in the side, so you better have good pants that can keep up with the weight. It's a good carry now. And this is what I like to call a hybrid. A hybrid, which is a micro compact mixed with a full size. As you guys can see, this looks like a full size Glock 19, but it's actually a Glock 48. And it's very slim in diameter, you guys. And this one particularly holds 10 rounds out of the box. But when you install or customize it, you can hold up to 15 rounds or more, depending on what you're doing with it, you guys. But this is a very highly recommended handgun for those of you who want a full size, but don't want it too bulky in the end to print. So this would probably be a great choice for you guys. Especially for you first time shooters, I highly recommend this handgun, as well as the MP9 Compact. These are very great choices for first time gun buyers because they're easily concealable. Really you can have a full grip on them. And they're kind of on a pricey side a little bit right now. But some of these Glock 48s you can find them for $450. They're relatively inexpensive, and they're very well to maintain, and you can't go wrong with a Glock. Glocks are notorious for freaking being reliable, you guys. And majority of these handguns will be chambered in 9mm, so that's because it's the most popular cartridge, and it's one of the cheapest that you can get. Now we got our full-size handgun. But this is not just a regular full-size handgun. There is a double action, single action. As you guys can see, the hammer stays back when it's cocked. And yes, it's not loaded for you guys that are tripping out. And yes, you guys, full-size handguns I kind of recommend, but kind of don't, because they're really, really big. As you guys can see, this Beretta does not weigh the same as this Glock 48. This thing has freaking heft to it, you guys. It has a lot of weight to it, and it's a steel lower receiver. It's all no plastic involved, all metal, and that's what makes it heavy. But the difference between a strike fired handgun and a hammer fired is that when you first shoot your first round, and after it cocks back, the hammer stays back, so you have a single action shots after that. So it's a much lighter trigger, as you guys can see, compared to this. Yeah. So I don't recommend full-size handguns for first-time buyers, but if you have experience shooting them and carrying them, I highly suggest it. But if you don't, get yourself a micro carry, you guys. Like, don't buy a full-size handgun unless it's just going to be for home defense, you know what I'm saying? And if you're really macho enough, then you can probably conceal carry this, but it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is the Beretta 92S, by the way. There's different types of Berettas out there you can purchase, but this is one of the oldest model. Since it has the heel mag release, this is pretty freaking old, you guys. This is like 70s technology. But other than that, there are newer models that have the regular mag release on where it needs to be. So that's one thing. So this is a Beretta 92S, full size, heavy. Don't recommend it for new shooters, but for those new shooters who are not going to conceal carries and just carry for home defense, I highly recommend it for sure. Unless you're going using it as a duty gun, then that's on you too. Now we got our full-size revolvers, guys. This is another carry piece that everyone can carry. Not a lot of people want to carry because they're kind of long and big, and the capacity is like not too great. But revolvers have their place in this world, you guys. They are not obsolete. If it can kill you, it's not obsolete. Just like a stupid little knife can kill you, just like a freaking pencil can kill you. Like, don't underestimate a revolver, you guys. But anyways, full-size revolvers I kind of don't recommend for new time shooters. The reason why is because you gotta get used to the mechanics of a revolver. How to load it up with the cylinder, how to close it up, the hammer's back, cock it. Like, there's so many things going on with this handgun, like, that new first time shooters will probably have a problem with. And that's why I don't recommend it for first time shooters. But people who are experienced, already know how to shoot, I highly recommend it, you guys. Like, this is a Taurus 941 chambered in 22 Magnum, and this is a very great concealed carry piece, because I used to conceal carry this myself, you guys. And 22 Magnum is no joke. But like I said, I recommend more of a center fire cartridge, but 22 Magnum is very lethal, to be honest. It's very lethal. So yeah, this is one handgun I don't recommend for first time shooters, but I do recommend for experienced shooters. Last but not least, this is what breaks the game here. And some of you guys in the gun shops be like, oh, why don't you get your mom a little revolver? Why don't you get your sister a little revolver? Why don't you get your grandma a little revolver? Something like this. This is a snub-nosed revolver. This one is a 650 CIA chambered in 357 Magnum. This is what a lot of people end up getting. And let me tell you why it's a wrong choice. For one, like I said, you gotta be an experienced shooter when it comes to revolvers, and this one's hammerless. So this one's just double action only. So as you guys can see, the trigger is double action only. So if you have a hard time pulling that trigger and it's double action, it's going to be hard to get your shot off accurately, you guys. It's about consistency and accuracy. If you don't have any of those, you're not going to be good in a firefight when it comes to using your self-defense handgun. That's why I kind of stay away from these snub nose until you have full experience. Like I said, when I first started shooting, I didn't get this 357 years down the path until I finally got comfortable with the revolver, and then I'm like, yeah, I used to conceal carry this bad boy too, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to conceal carry this too. But when I conceal carry this, I would have a backup with me just in case, because the capacity, it lacks capacity, you guys. This is why I don't recommend revolvers for new time shooters, because they lack capacity, and you have to have proper training on how to use a revolver. You know, because it's not that easy unless you're experienced. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is all the lines of handguns that you can possibly buy in the market. There's a few that I missed, and there's other guns that are novelty items. Like I said, you guys, try to make the best choice for your handgun, because that's what matters. Because if you're going to conceal carry it, take that for the option. If you're going to carry it for duty, take that as an option. If you're going to use it for self-defense, take that as an option. And comfortability too. Some people be like, oh, you can't be comfortable carrying a handgun. Yeah, you can. It's just they choose not to, you know what I'm saying? And I would rather carry comfortably than uncomfortably, be tugging and shit, and be picking up my pants and doing this shit and all this shit. And then on top of that, if you have like a full-size handgun, like I said, it'll be printing. You don't want to be printing. That's why I recommend something slim and small like this, or like this, or even something like this. But like I said, you got to be an experienced shooter for these handguns. You got choices, guys. You got plenty of freaking choices in the United States of America. So many choices. It's up to you to decide what you want. But if you're a first-time shooter, if you're first time looking at this channel, check this out, guys. Go to your gun shop and ask for some of these handguns. You'll see them, feel them, and understand them. And then you'll understand and be like, okay, maybe I do want this handgun, or maybe it's too big, or maybe it's this, or maybe the caliber is too weak. You gotta have those choices in mind, you guys. But yeah, that's my little rant about handguns. Thank you guys for watching. I'm American Mexican Gunslinger. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like. And on top of that, I got another channel. It's called The Fitness Warriors, guys. Go check it out. It's about me doing my workouts and me getting yoked up and buff. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Go check out my Patreon, you guys. I got a few contents of how to clean some firearms out there, and it's exclusive to Patreon. Go check me out over there. Guys, I'm trying to expand and grow big. Also, go check out my Instagram. I have an Instagram too, you guys. Go check it out. Also, Fitness Warriors, my other channel, has an Instagram as well. Go check it out if you want to learn about health, dieting, and how to be yoked and fucking buff. You know what I'm saying? And I can help you with that. I also run my own little program for that too. For those of you guys who are into guns but have this big old guts and big old titties hanging around and you want to change that, hit me up, bro. I can make your life a little bit more better, more healthier. You know what I'm saying? And I can give you some options, just like I'm giving you these options here on these firearms. Thank you guys for watching. I'm American Mexican Gunslinger. More badass videos coming up. I'll see you around.